A legion of brown uniforms is cast against winter's gray as thousands pay their final respects to a slain deputy. Those wounded in body and spirit are joined in prayer with everyday people who line the roads to a final resting place. A trail of tears and a procession of blue and red lights guide Suzanne Hopper to her new post as an angel guarding the throne of God. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Kingsfield.
I'm Marcia Baumhart. Thousands paid their respects to Deputy Suzanne Hopper, killed during a shootout New Year's Day.
We begin our team coverage with Mark Allen, who is at the church where Hopper's funeral took place today. Mark?
Marcia, Michelle, it's been nearly 9 years since we witnessed a scene like the one we saw today here in the Miami Valley. I remember, and of course many of you do remember so well, that hot summer day in late 2002 when we all said goodbye to Dayton police officer Mary Bell. Well, today, with a January chill and snowflakes in the air, we said farewell to Clark County Deputy Suzanne Hopper. Those who knew Deputy Suzanne Hopper best say she did not like being the center of attention. But so many people turned out for her funeral today, it had to be delayed nearly an hour just to get everyone inside. An overflow crowd of more than 2,000 people, including Jeremy Blum, the German Township officer injured in the New Year's Day shootout, and Deputy Hopper's boss, Clark County Sheriff Gene Kelly.
She was a Clark County girl who went from first grade to graduation at Northwestern. She was in 4-H and FFA, and like hundreds of other young people throughout Clark, Greene, and the entire area, she worked at Young's Jersey Dairy.
To her friends, she was the one who always called them sweetie, but in uniform, a deputy who drew praise even from jail inmates for her understanding and compassion, dedicated to protect and serve right until the very end.
At 11:34 a.m., she answered her last call at Enon Beach. However, Suzanne heard another call shortly after. And Deputy Hopper will fear no evil because she now walks with God.
Law enforcement is a brother and sisterhood, and when one is lost, it is felt by all. You could see that in the faces today of those who wore the uniforms from all across America and Canada as well, and you could hear it in the words of a poem written by the owners of an Enon candy shop that Suzanne would often visit.
She radiated hope, and her smile in her eyes was so full of compassion. The days into nights, a mother, an officer, a good friend, a wife, touched so many during her short life. Her warm, caring nature helped so many, young and old, a truly beautiful woman with a heart of pure gold. Now her smile is the stars giving all that she had. Deputy Suzanne Hopper, our angel with a badge.
A poem written by the owners of a candy shop in Eaton about a woman who called everyone sweetie. Kind of appropriate if you think about it. Following the funeral here at First Christian Church in Springfield, another long, very impressive procession to the cemetery, Myers Cemetery, for the interment just a few minutes ago at Northampton. We'll have much more on that coming up tonight at 5:30 and 6. For now, I'm Mark Allen, live in Springfield. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Mark. Well, it's hard to wrap your mind around the community's support for the Hopper family without getting a bird's-eye view. Images from the sky show the procession, which stretched several miles along the funeral route. About 2,000 vehicles participated in that procession. But as Sonu Wasu shows us, they weren't the only ones there to say goodbye.
Well, Marcia and Michelle, you hear about brotherhood in the police force, and that is what we saw in action today. As you mentioned, there were hundreds to about 2,000 patrol cars on the procession there, all part of the leading funeral procession leading first to the First Christian Church and then to the cemetery. Police officers, deputies, and troopers came to Clark County from all over the country. We saw Chicago Police, LAPD, NYPD, Florida Police, even officers from the Parks Departments and firefighters from all over the area out here to pay their respects to a fallen deputy. It was a spectacular but also a very sad and somber sight, knowing they were all gathered here today for a tragedy. It was also a somber reminder of the risks these men and women in uniform are taking every single day they put on that badge and head out to work. Many residents told us they've never seen anything like this before.
It's been beautiful. You know, look out. You know, shame it's what we're here for, but it's a beautiful sight to look out. And at one point, I looked north and south, and all I saw was red and blue flashing lights.
It looks like there's representation from every force in the state of Ohio and all the surrounding states.
I'm amazed. A lot of law enforcement.
That is right. There was a lot of law enforcement. Several schools in the area also dismissed students early today so they could stand out on the streets and be a part of the support that was gathered out on the streets in this cold weather to pay their respects to Deputy Suzanne Hopper. Reporting live in Clark County, Sonu Vasu, 2 News on your side.
And the grief over the death of Suzanne Hopper is felt by the online community. On Facebook, hundreds of people have changed their profile pictures to an image of a thin blue line. This is a way to show solidarity with law enforcement. They're also sharing condolences on Facebook. Jay Pratt says, God bless her family. May she rest in peace with the angels. And from Jenny Dufour Clavel, rest in peace, Miss Suzanne, and thank you for all that you did. You inspired so many, including myself. If you'd like to leave your condolences or memories of Deputy Hopper, you can log on to our Facebook, WDTN, and Twitter pages. You'll find the links on WDTN.com.
And if you'd like to help Deputy Hopper's family financially, here's what you need to know. Family members have established a fund to help Deputy Hopper's husband and 2 children. You can donate to the Suzanne Wattell Hopper Memorial Fund at any Huntington bank. A fund has also been set up to help injured Officer Jeremy Blum. You can donate to the Jeremy Blum Assistance Fund at any KeyBank location.